Hello and welcome to all. With such prestigious names as the Croix de Fer, the Telegraph and the Galibier, it is clear that climbers will be thinking about stage victory today. Some may even have ambitions to overturn the general classification, or, on the contrary, the desire to confirm their supremacy. This stage should not only interest the favourites for the general classification. With a downhill finish, the baroudeurs are more likely to hang on to the finish and compete for the stage win. Riders who are aiming for the polka dot jersey will also be interested, because there are no less than 65 points to be had by the rider who's first across the top of all the day's summits. Nobody left on a breakaway. Thibaut Pinot is a pure climber capable of competing with the best in the mountains, as witnessed by his third place in the overall standings in 2014. A result which also saw his name written amongst the list of winners of the white jersey.
His team is at full throttle. They have no one at the front. First riders have reached the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The first slopes of the Col de la Croix de Fer are looming for the breakaway. The Croix de Fer is undoubtedly the first big challenge of the day. The 24-kilometer climb will see plenty of riders being dropped.
I think his team has taken on the chase in order to place one of their guys in the breakaway.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey. He's interested in the polka dot jersey or stage victory, but he can also become a luxury teammate. The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. The riders will once again descend on their way to the top. A brief moment of respite before climbing the final kilometers of the Croix de Fer.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Here's the positions over the last climb. Stay awake on the way down, guys. It's quite technical. It's not worth taking unnecessary risks. There's still a long way to go. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. For the polka dot jersey, it's your teammate who's best placed amongst those at the front of the race.
The first riders are leaving Saint-Michel-de-Maurienne and are starting the Col de Telegraph ascent. With the Galibier just afterwards, they've got 30 kilometers of climbing to do.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front. Riders would hardly have time to catch their breath. Only 5 kilometers separate the top of the Telegraph from the foot of the Galibier.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
The front of the race begins the ascent of the Galibier. It's a highly erratic climb. Percentages vary greatly, and it's very difficult to find the right pace. An ascension for thoroughbred climbers.
I'm coming to protect you. Acceleration. You've got to try and follow him.
He's attacking.
Allez les gars, on continue.
Bravo les gars.
Allez les jeunes
Continuez
jeunes.
comme ça.
Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça. Oh le bravo. On est avec toi, Quintana.
Continuez comme ça.
The riders will soon be at a spot called Plan Lachat, a short shelf which the riders should try to make the most of before beginning the final section of the Galibier, much more difficult. Watch out, there's an attack. He's attacking.
Allez les gars, courage.
The riders will soon be at a spot called Plan Lachat, a short shelf which the riders should try to make the most of before beginning the final section of the Galibier, much more difficult.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
Bravo les gars. Allez les gars. Allez Bardet. Allez Dan. Oui, allez, allez-y. Foncez, foncez. Bravo les gars.
Acceleration. You've got to try and follow him.
Allez les gars, courage. Bravo les gars. Comme ça. On continue. Allez les gars, courage. Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
The Galibier is obviously classified ore category. Points are therefore to be had for the first 10 at the top. The first one will pocket 25 points.
Allez les gars. Allez les gars.
Acceleration. You've got to try and follow him. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway.
Lâchez-le, allez.
On est avec toi, tous.
Allez, les gars, continuez.
1 kilometer from the summit, and there's still all to be played for. There's maximum suspense for the stage win. "30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey. Apart from a few hairpin bends at the beginning of the descent, the road into SHAREfactory is not very dangerous, and it will be very difficult to overturn the order established at the top of the Galibier. Only 10 kilometers left for the group at the front.
Acceleration. You've got to try and follow him. Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
There are 3 kilometers left for the lead riders. Despite the mountainous profile of the stage, they will have to fight it out in the sprint. Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he soon won't forget and which marks his career. Come on!
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. You will have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well. It'll be difficult to keep up the pace of the best. I think that we'd better anticipate the attacks of the leaders and attack from far out. Good luck, guys!
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is a magnificent setting that is on offer today. The Col d'Isoire. With its final 10 kilometers at an average above 9%, the contenders for final victory will confront one another on a unique and sumptuous battlefield.
If it continues like this, it's not a stage that will go down in history.
There's an acceleration. He's a good climber puncher over any kind of obstacle. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. The first king of the mountain summit, the Côte de Demoiselle Coiffée, is classified as third category. There will be 2 and 1 points to be gleaned. A trifle compared to what the winner will pocket at the top of the Isoire, since points will be double there, representing no less than 50 points towards the polka dot jersey.
Yes, there's not a lot going on.
The gap isn't changing much. The intermediate sprint will be fought at in Barcelonnette. As usual, there will be green jersey points for the first 15 across the line.
Up the pace, guys, to prepare for the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way.
Understood. I'll take it easy whatever happens. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The green jersey will not change any more today. The leader is ahead by enough points.
The serious business starts now. The Col de Var and its 10-kilometer climb will allow a first whittling down. But it's a safe bet that the favourites will save themselves for the Col d'Izoire.
He's got his guys riding. He must have good legs.
There will be 10 mountain jersey points for the riders first over the top.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Here's the positions over the last climb.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. Whether on mountain stages or on hills, he's to be taken seriously as he climbs well. 1.5 minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The lead rider's 1 minute 30 on the favourites.
Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out.
Continuez comme ça. Non mollare.
Here we are at the start of the Col d'Izoire climb, a mythical pass whose summit will, for the first time, act as finishing line. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The first half of the pass is now behind the men at the front. They will now start climbing the highest and most relentless percentages of the Col d'Izoire. There's an attack at the head of the peloton.
He's attacking. Whatever you do, don't let him build a lead. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. jersey is attacking. We've got to go, now!
Allez les gars. Vous avez plus de 10 secondes.
He's attacking. Whatever you do, don't let him build a lead. Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Allez les gars, courage, allez. Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, courage.
The lead rider is 3 kilometers from the summit. He can see the red pennant in the distance.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standings.
The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line. The yellow jersey was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings.
We can say that everything is...
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying.